The transfer saga between Manchester United and Chelsea in 2005-2006. I want you to listen to what Mikel had to say about it. Mikel had a lot to say about Alex Ferguson, about Jose Mourinho. He also explained why he did not, sign for Manchester United and the secret meeting he had with Jose Mourinho. I want you to watch the video for yourself and listen to what he has to say regarding the saga between Man United and Chelsea at that period of time. So watch the video and don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share.
It's a long story, right? I mean, it took about a year and a half to get settled, but yeah, it was a long story. To cut the story short, I mean, I almost joined United. As everybody knows, I did sign like a pre-contract because I was a kid back then. And coming from Africa, you have to be 18 before you sign a professional contract. So I was only 17. And then I had to sign that contract with United. But then, of course...
Come on, John. Tell us the truth. Put your cameras on me. Tell us the truth.
I did. No, I signed the contract, but of course, Chelsea sent me to Norway to study and then play football in Norway. So while I was there, United sent a contract with an agent from United to come to Norway. Obviously, they found out where I was because they were looking for me. So they found out where I was. They found out where I was. United, Fergie, as he always does, gets whatever he wants, whenever he wants it. Sent a massive contract for me to sign, and I saw the figures in the contract. I saw the contract. I was like, why not?
And of course, John, I remember it. You were there.
Yeah.
Number 21 shirt.
Press conference. Yeah.
Jimmy Ryan. Yeah. Fergie's long-time assistant. He flew to Oslo. You're there. I'm a 12-year-old boy. I'm excited. I'm a nerd. I know your quality.
I was nervous. Yeah, I was nervous. I didn't have my agent with me, so they did everything behind closed doors. Nobody was supposed to be involved. So they got me in a room that I have to sign it. I have to sign it right now. So it took about an hour. I signed the contract. And then not knowing what I got myself into. And then Chelsea obviously heard about it and everyone went, what the fuck? Roman went, what the fuck is going on here? Sent all his people down to Norway, to Oslo, and that's where the kidnapping started. And, and to make sure I don't sign anywhere, because listen, when I was younger, a lot of the clubs were after me, and of course, so Chelsea had to make sure that nobody got to know where I was. And that's what happened. So I got taken away somewhere. And then I got flown down to London. And that's where the whole thing started.
And that is where the whole thing started. Because
and there was a massive announcement in Norway by the police that if you know where Mikel is, you have to call the police because he's been kidnapped. Obviously, listen, as a young player, as a kid back then, I wanted to play football. And for me, I couldn't play for United or for Chelsea. And I was just there. FIFA tried to get involved to get it sorted. And they couldn't. And then, of course, the FA then got involved. The English FA then got involved. And they invited Fergie down to London from Manchester, because he said he wasn't going to budge. I have to play for United. He's not going to let me go. But then I've always said I wanted to play for Chelsea. And then he came down to London. I had a one-to-one meeting with him, locked up in a massive room with Fergie.
In the Football Association headquarters.
Yes.
You've got Fergie across from you.
Yes, you know how Vladimir sits there and everybody else sits there in a long table. That's how he was, yeah.
It was Fergie looking at John Obi
right
Mikel.
There, yeah. I was sitting on the edge, he was sitting on the edge.
And what's he saying to you?
I said, listen, what is the problem? Why don't you want to play for Manchester United, the biggest club in the world? And back then they were winning. Of course, Mourinho just came in and Chelsea won back-to-back trophies.
Yes.
And I looked at it, obviously, Chelsea's going to be the next big team, and Mourinho is the next big manager. And Fergie was getting towards the end of his career as well. So I thought, I want to play for Mourinho. And for me, went into the meeting, everything he said, my agent was outside. So before I went in, he said, whatever he says to you, just do this. Don't say a word, just do this. And that's what I did. So it took 30 minutes. And I could see Fergie getting more red and red, getting angry, like, what is it? Is it more money? I will give you more money. He said, sign for United. I was like, no, it's not about money. I just want to play for Chelsea. And so he walked out of the room, and a week after that, he got in touch with Chelsea and said, listen, okay, 16 million pounds, and I'll let him go. And this is me not kicking a ball for United, not doing anything for Manchester United. So Chelsea had to pay Manchester United, I think it was 12 million and then 4 million to Lean Oslo. So in total, 16 million
pounds.
Yeah, back then in 2006, I couldn't play for Chelsea or for Manchester United because Fergie was adamant that I have to play for Manchester United. Of course, Chelsea wouldn't let it go. Roman wouldn't let it go. Mourinho was like, this is my boy. I want him to come to the club. So it was a massive tussle. And the whole thing as well, when I came to London, I had a secret meeting with Jose, which I wasn't supposed to. So I met Jose. So I came out of my apartment in London where I was put by Chelsea, and I got into a car. So the car drove like 2-3 miles away or kilometers away. So dropped me off and said, get into that car. It was like a proper Russian mafia thing. And I got into that car. So he drove me to somewhere else. I got into some other car. So it was like, I think it was about 5 cars before I got to some secret house where Jose was there waiting for me. So I had a secret meeting with Jose, and that's where he totally convinced me to come to the club.
To come to Chelsea.